Hello and welcome back to Cycle Sync with G. This is your day 7 full body sculpt and stretch. This is sort of a hybrid class between a sculpt circuit and then we've got a nice stretch session to cool down at the end. This is a great class to have in between these upper and lower sculpt classes so that we're keeping the 28 days sustainable and achievable. So starting with our warm up, we're going to roll our shoulders to the front 10 times. 3, 4, whilst rolling your neck slightly too. 8, 9, 10, and backwards to the back. 2, 3, 4, adding a neck roll there too. 7, 8, 9, 10, and some hip circles. We're warming up the whole body today because so the main circuit is going to be a sculpting circuit. We'll do that round twice. And then back the other way with the hip circles. And then we've got a little finisher of 3 exercises and then a stretch at the end, which we'll do round twice. Now coming into some body weight good mornings, hinging over at your hips, knees slightly bent. Keep your back nice and straight and use your hamstrings to pull you back up again. We'll do 10 of these. 2, 3. Love a good morning, especially in the morning. I feel like it wakes the whole body up. The legs, the back, the shoulders, the glutes. A couple more here. 1 and 2. And now we're going to do some arm circles since we're going to be using your arms and your shoulders as well today. Nice and controlled. And to the front. 3, 4, 5. Feel those shoulders starting to warm up. Last one. Now onto the ground for some cat cows. Another great one, like the good mornings. I love a cat cow in the morning as well. So arching your spine, raising your head up to the sky. And scoop your belly. And just spine. You can get dynamic with this as well if you want. Wiggling around, moving side to side, getting out any tension from any nooks and crannies. So everything is nice and warmed up and mobilized. Squeeze into these stretches. Add some breath in too. Start creating that breath connection with your movement. And one more. And then to warm up the shoulders a little bit more, your last warm up exercise is going to be some scapular rotations. So we did this a couple of days ago. If you are at home and you have a wall, you're going to have your hands out in front of you. If you can also be doing this on the floor, but essentially your shoulders are going to come up, round to the back and down and front. So up, round, down and front. You'll be doing this against the wall, or you can do this on the floor as well. And this is to warm up the entire shoulder blade. A few more here. Up, around to the back and down. Imagine you're kind of creating a good posture for yourself. So up, squeeze to the back and down, but with your arms out in front. And you don't have to have your arms out in front, you can just be doing this. Squeeze to the back, round and down. Nice. That's your warm up. So today for your equipment, you'll want some light weights, maybe some slightly heavier weights, but we're sticking with light weights here, and a long resistance band. You can also do everything with body weight, and I'll provide modifications for that as well, or just simply follow the exercise without your weights or resistance bands. As I said, we've got a full body sculpting circuit, which we'll do round twice, a little core finisher, and then a nice long stretch at the end. So starting off, we've got 15 slow and controlled goblets goblet squats. Your feet are going to be underneath your hip. You're going to pretend you're holding a goblet or something, and you're just going to squat, but it's more of a narrow stance for this goblet squat. Slow and controlled, and coming up again. That's 2. If you want to add some resistance, you can have a resistance band underneath your feet. And that's adding resistance to your squat. You can hold a weight or your baby weights in front of you to add some more resistance. Coming down as low as you can. 6. 7. 8. Really thinking about all the muscles that you're using here. 9. 10. 5 more. 11. Make sure you're still coming down nice and low. 12. 3 more. 13. Last one. That's 15. Nice. Now your next exercise, you can do this without any resistance band if you prefer. We're going to do a deadlift to bent over row. So the deadlift is going to look like a classic deadlift. And you're going to come down and row. Deadlift and row. Of course, you can be doing this with your weights as well. It's the exact same movement, just hold your weights. 4. Keep your elbows nice and tight against your body. And squeeze your bum to bring you up after that deadlift. 9, 10, 11, 12. Flat back, shoulders back and down. Last one. Squeeze. Now you're going to be on your back again with a resistance band. It's going to come around the back of your shoulders. You're going to be lying on your back and we're doing a bridge to chest press. So if you're using weights, you're simply holding your weights where my hands are. So you're going to start with your knees bent, lift up into a glute bridge, chest press and down. That's 1, 2, 3. The heavier the band, the more resistance. The heavier the weight, the more resistance obviously as well. You want to make this harder, or you can just be doing this body weight. You just do body weight arms. So you'll notice all of these exercises today are sort of hybrid sculpting exercises. So combining 2 exercises in 1. 2. Last one. Nice. Now remove the band. Your legs are going to come up and you're just going to do some toe touches. 15 in total. 2, 3, 4. Squeeze those abs. 6. If this hurts your neck, hold your neck. 13, 14 and 15. Now we're up onto our feet. This is where you'll need your light weights. If you don't have light weights, just use body weight or water bottles, but you're going to need them for some bicep curls. We're going to be in a static lunge position. So you're going to lunge, bicep curl and up. 2, 3, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 more, 11, 12, 13, 14, last one, 15, now the other side. Same thing. And it's very light on the biceps, you'll find. But we're doing essentially 30 in total, so that's more sculpting. Ten, 11, 12, 13, 14, last one, 15. Nice. Now you can be kneeling or standing for this, holding your baby weights or using a resistance band, shoulder presses. Weights come above your shoulders, press them up to the sky. 15 in total. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, back nice and straight, shoulders are back and down. That's why we warmed up the shoulders in the beginning, so this posture of this is perfect. 14 and 15, now some band pull aparts. If you don't have resistance band, thumbs out and you're just going to pulse like that. You have a band, hold the band in front of you, slightly wider than shoulders. You're going to use that muscle in the middle of your back to squeeze the band to pull it apart. That's 1, 2, this is all for the upper back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, squeeze your back. 8, shoulders back and down. 14, last one, 15, and then your last exercise is going to be windmills. So you're going to be up on your feet, feet are pretty wide, arms out at T, and you're going to windmill over to the side and use your obliques to bring you back up again. And that's 2, 3, do 12 in total, 6 on each side. So you're sort of tipping your upper body, everything lower body stays exactly where it is. You're just tipping your upper body and using your obliques to bring you back up. This is a great body weight sculpting exercise. Last one, 12, and that is your main circuit. So grab a drink of water, we're going to have a quick rest and a break here, and then we're doing that circuit round once more. This being day 7, typically your bleed probably will have finished by now. Estrogen has started its climb and is rising. You might feel a bit low energy after your bleed, but up the iron, up the magnesium, up the protein, that will all help with that blood rebuilding as well as muscle and tissue building and repair, which is exactly kind of what's happening right now. So let's get into that second circuit, starting with those goblet squats. So if it was too easy last time, hold a weight or use a resistance band. I'll demonstrate with a resistance band. It's literally just going to come underneath your feet. The lower you hold it, the more resistance you'll get. And you're going to just squat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Squeeze your glutes at the top. Squeeze your bum at the top. 14, last one. 15, nice. Now you're into the deadlift with the bent over row. I'm going upper resistance with my band. So the band comes underneath your feet, or you're holding your light weights, or you're not using any weights and you're just using body weight. That is your deadlift, and that is your row. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep those elbows tight into your body, shoulders down. Last one, 15, nice. Now you're on your back for that chest press with the glute bridge. So band, knees bent, hips come up into the glute bridge, chest press, and down. Up, press, and down. Your hands want to be sort of in line with your sports bra. Your elbows are slightly out. And this is as if you were doing a chest press in the gym, but we're just using either your light weights or your resistance band. Glute bridge, we know glute bridge. But remember to tuck those ribs, keep that bum nice and tight on the way up. Squeeze your glutes the whole time. And we're just adding in a bit of chest right now. Some upper and lower in this compound movement. 3, 2, last one. And now for those toe taps, my legs are coming up. Very simply, you're just going to touch your toes by squeezing your abs. 2, 3, 4, 5. Slow and controlled is best. Try not to use momentum to bring you up. Just squeezing your abs. As I said, if this hurts your neck, have your hands behind your head, because you want this all in the abs. 13, 14, and 15. Now up onto your feet for those lunges with a bicep curl. Legs are wide. You're going to come into that side lunge, bicep curl, and up. 2, 3, chest is up, shoulders are up, back and down. Shoulders are down and back. Yeah, the key here, keeping your chest up as you lunge as deep as you can into that side lunge. And getting a nice static hold there whilst you bicep curl, and come back up again. Squeeze your biceps, then you will get more bicep by using your muscle more by squeezing it. Last one, and change sides. This foot is sort of 45 degrees out to the side. Seven, 8, shoulders nice and back and down, chest out and up, loud and proud. And get more of a bicep curl. And 15. Nice, now we're into that shoulder press, so either standing or kneeling, up to you. If you want to use a resistance band, I'll demo that now. Band comes underneath your knees, and this is your shoulder press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, stay strong, keep that posture good, and 15. Now those banded pull aparts, the band comes out in front of you, just wider than your shoulders, using your back muscles to squeeze the band. This is a great one for posture. 3, 4, 5, palms are facing down. Just remember you're using that middle muscle in the middle of your back to squeeze. Your elbows are straight the whole time. You can hold the band further apart if it's too hard, or closer together if it's too easy. Just remember to keep your shoulders down. 14 and 15, and now for those windmills, that last exercise in this circuit. So legs are wide again, arms come out to T, and we're just windmilling, hinging over. That's 1, 2, 3. Engage your core. If this is too much for your core, have one hand on your hip and just slide your arm down instead. Progression, arms stay at T. Last one. And that is your full body sculpt circuit. Grab a quick drink of water, and then we're doing a core stability finisher. It's 3 exercises, round twice, and then we're into a nice long juicy stretch. So, coming onto your back, we're going to be in a glute bridge position, and we're going to do a glute bridge march. This is the first exercise of your finisher. Hips come up into that glute bridge, and we're just going to march. Legs come up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep those hips up. 6, 7. Keep them nice and flat. 2, 8, 9, and 10. Now your knees are in 90. We're going to do some crunches. 2, 3, 4. Nice and slow and controlled. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now onto your front for a plank with some shoulder taps. So holding that plank nice and strong, and then we're going to tap our shoulders. 1, 2. Keep that back straight and flat. 4, 5. Try not to rock your hips. 8, 9, and 10. Nice. That's your finisher. We're doing that round once more. Have a tiny little break, and then we're into our nice juicy stretch and reset. So back onto your back for those glute bridges with the march. Hips come up, hands are flat on the ground, and march. That's 1. Hips up. 2, 3. Remember to tuck your ribs too, so you're not arching your spine as much. 5. Keep your hips flat as well. Flatten up. 7, 8, 9. Last one, and 10. Crunches, so legs at 90 and crunch and all the way down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now into your plank position, and then we're doing shoulder taps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No rocking of the hips. 9 and 10. Nice. Grab a drink of water. And then we're coming into that nice stretch. Starting in a runner's lunge. You're gonna lean into that bent leg, and we're just gonna hold this nice lunge position here. You can add a twist in if you like. Oh, my back always clicks so much when I do that. But it feels good, like a release. I'm just gonna hold this. No pushing into this stretch. Gravity will naturally just bring you down. Nice deep breath. And then you're gonna push into this front leg. I'm gonna bring it back into a hamstring stretch and calf stretch. Over that front foot as far as is comfortable. It's a good stretch, but it's comfortable. This should not be painful. It shouldn't sting or have any sharp pains. It should be a nice stretch down the back of your right leg. So yeah, your hamstring, maybe in behind your knee, in your calf. If it's not in your calf, bring your toes up. Some nice deep breaths. And then we're doing the exact same on the other side, so into that runner's lunge. So legs are in 90-90, and you're just gonna fold into that front leg. Again, do the twist if you like. Some nice deep breaths. Have them down. And yeah, you don't need to push in the stretch, just hang here. And gravity will pull you down. And this is a great stretch for that hip flexor, which notoriously gets tight, especially with lots of sitting. Which we all do. And then pushing back into a hamstring stretch. Folding over, wherever, I mean, you can be up here if that's where you feel your hamstring stretching. It's wherever it stretches for you. And folding over, and again, not pushing, literally gravity will do the work here. You just hang over it and it will stretch. A little hack here is tilt your foot out to the side as well, and that will sort of protect your knee a bit more, and you might feel more of a stretch down your hamstring. And again, if you're not feeling it in your calf, raise your toes. And notice also if one leg was tighter than the other. And then we're going to come into all fours, tabletop position. Gonna reach one arm up for a thread the needle. I love thread the needle. So reaching your arm up to the sky, give that a nice stretch. Thread the needle through. Just gonna hold here. This, I don't know why I love this stretch so much. It gives a little twist in the back, which I love. These muscles in between your shoulder blades are actually really hard to stretch. So I just find it just great. Especially those banded pull aparts, that muscle, that's the one we're stretching out right now. And just hang here. I love this stretch. So if you love it too, it's in pretty much every workout. Stretch cool down. Coming up for a nice stretch, and we're gonna go back into that thread the needle again. Same side. Oh, I feel like, yeah, actually getting a bit deeper now. And breathe. Enjoy this stretch. So coming up, nice stretch. I'm going to do the exact same on the other side. So left arm comes up to the sky, nice stretch, and then thread the needle through. Oh, this is lovely. Oh, I love it. Yeah, stretching is essential for muscle strength, essential for stability, especially if you're wanting to sculpt and tone your muscles. We need to elongate them too. We don't just want little short stubby muscles. So stretching and releasing out the muscles, and I'm just strictly talking about muscles here too. Like we got fascia, we got joints, we got tendons, ligaments, a whole load of other stuff in there. We're gonna come up again. Oh, nice stretch, so we can get into that shoulder a bit deeper the second time and thread through. Yeah, fascia is an interesting one. Fascia, we store a lot. It's being discovered now. We can store emotions, tension, stress in fascia. Fascia is like, I forget the harsh word now, but like it's the layer that encapsulates your muscles. So when that is tight, your muscles are naturally tight. It's like the skin around the outside. You've handled raw chicken before, it's that kind of skin. Not skin, but a thin layer. Anyway, now your legs are gonna come out in front of you for a forward fold. So we're gonna reach up. Nice big deep inhale and then fold over your legs. If you want, have a slight bend in your knees, and that will help you get into your hamstring if you're not as flexible. If not, have your knees and legs straight. And again, we're just gonna hang here. And then deep inhale to come up again, a nice deep breath. Back nice and straight, reach up to the sky, tall. And fold over those legs again. Feel almost as if you're melting here. You don't need to touch your toes, just have your arms hanging down. Another nice deep inhale. And then you're coming onto your back, all the way down. Bring one knee in. So I'm going to start with my left knee. Give that a nice squeeze. And then pulling it over to the side for a spinal twist. Oh, that is lovely too. And you're just going to hang out here. Nice deep breaths into your belly. Feel inside your shoulder blade. Feel inside your shoulder, just releasing. Both arms can be at T. Your neck is facing the opposite way that your leg is going. And then bringing that up to the middle. You can bring both knees in if you want, give them both a squeeze. Release that left leg, squeeze that right leg in. And then bring that right leg over to the other side. Right arm comes out, facing the right. And you're just gonna relax into this pose. And we're going to go through that once more. So coming up into the runner's lunge, which we started off with, right knee is up in your 90, and you're just going to bend into that right knee, stretching out that left hip flexor. Add the twist if you want. And hopefully you feel now that it is a lot less tight, a bit looser than it was when you first did this. I certainly feel looser. I can even twist. Adding a nice twist in actually feels really nice right now. Maybe a nice back bend. Pushing back into that hamstring stretch. Well, it definitely feels looser as well. Kind of rock from side to side, up and down, not too much, just gentle little movements if you want. And then coming up and changing sides. So left leg is up for that runner's lunge, folding into that runner's lunge, adding the twist if you want. Feel that stretch in your hip flexor. Yeah, arms can come up. Adding in a twist, back bend. Oh, this feels lovely now. Pushing back into that hamstring stretch. Nice deep breaths. Now you're coming onto all fours for that thread the needle. So right arm comes up, stretch up to the sky, thread the needle through. Use your left arm, left hand to push into the ground, and that gets it a little bit deeper into that shoulder stretch, which feels lovely. But yeah, definitely looser. Nice deep breaths. And up, stretch, and back into that threaded needle. And the other side, left arm comes up, thread it through. Nice, and again, the left arm comes up for that nice stretch. And thread it through. And then however you like, you come in onto your bum. Nice deep inhale. Reach up to the sky and fold over your legs. You might find you can touch your toes now, you might find you're holding your ankles, you might still prefer to just have your arms down by your side. And one more time, nice deep inhale and stretch and reach up to the sky. And fold forward over your legs. You can jiggle your knees up and down, that feels quite nice, loosens everything up. Now coming back onto your spine for that twist. Right knee goes out, left knee squeeze. And left knee comes over to the side for that twist. knees come up, both of the knees together, give them a quick squeeze. Right knee stays up, give the right knee a squeeze. Right knee over to the side. Right arm comes out, twisting over to the right. Deep breaths. And then to close this, we're just going to roll onto our backs. Your knees are going to be splayed out in a butterfly pose. So your soles of your feet are touching. They can be as close or far away from your butt as you like. That is comfortable, but this is going to get a nice stretch inside your hips here. Arms, you can have them out to the side, up above your head, on your body, on your chest, on your abdomen, on your womb, one on your heart, one in your belly, up to you. We're just going to be in this butterfly pose for 3 nice long deep breaths. Calm the nervous system back down. Deep breath into your belly and out through your mouth. Last one, deep breath in. And these come in, and that is your day 7 full body sculpt with a nice juicy stretch at the end. I hope you enjoyed that. I feel energized by that stretch and I feel my whole body has been nicely worked out. I hope you feel the same too. This workout is part of a 28-day series, of which every single workout is synced to the hormones and the hormonal fluctuations that you experience through a 28-day menstrual cycle. Today was day 7. I hope you joined me on your day 7 of your cycle. Stay tuned for the entire 28-day series where I will be with you through your whole menstrual cycle, doing the sculpting exercises, the reps, the sets, the length of the workout, everything in sync with your energy naturally and your hormones. So, if you like this video, I'd love if you gave it a like, and I will see you tomorrow.